I promise this is the last video I'm going to make today because I've made quite a few. But I am almost in my 14th week of pregnancy, aka I am starting the second trimester tomorrow? Or, no, Tuesday. My bad. So I am 13 weeks and 5 days pregnant as of today. And let me tell you, I have a lot to talk about with this pregnancy and how the first trimester was for me. So first off, I kind of didn't really have any symptoms leading up to me finding out I was pregnant, except for I was really, really hungry a lot of the time, which normally I don't get like really, really hungry that often. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get a pregnancy test because I'm like 3 days before my period's supposed to start. Took a pregnancy test. Very strong line. Okay, very strong line. Anyway, I would say maybe like the first 12 to like 11, let's say 11, 10 or 11 weeks. I was nauseous off and on, not like regularly though. Like with my daughter, I was nauseous literally every second of every day and I could not get myself to stop feeling nauseous. I threw up twice or 3 times with my pregnancy with my daughter, which I fight it. So it's not like I was, I wouldn't have puked a lot more. It was just the fact that I fought it so hard that like they were only like those couple times that it was like, okay, I can't fight it anymore. I'm just so nauseous. And most of the time it was because I ate something that was like, just immediately was like, no, you can't have this. Or it was I took a pill and like I tried to take my nausea medicine and it wasn't the one that you like dissolve into your tongue. It was the one that you swallow. And in that moment I was like, I cannot take anything. And I tried to take a gas X with it too. It just did not go well. Let's just say that. Now with my son, wasn't that nauseous. Like every now and again I was. But with this one, it's like mainly smells that will get me. Like I'll just be walking around my house and randomly there will be a smell of like something and I can't figure out what it is and I'm like, whoop, that's nauseating. What's funny is it's not like typically my kids' diapers or, when my son spits up. Like it's none of that. It's typically like the smell of something like cooking. Like the smell of coffee does make me nauseous, but drinking coffee, I've been wanting a lot of coffee and I normally don't drink coffee. Not a lot of coffee. I'm like maybe having like 2 cups a week maybe. So let's say that it's a lot of coffee for me. Soda, I haven't been wanting soda. Soda is like icky for me right now. The gas has been horrible. And I mean, like I normally get really, really nauseous with gas. Like when I get really, really gassy, I get pretty nauseous too. And so that has been kind of like I get really, really crampy and I'll be like, yeah, I need some gas X. And so like luckily I can tell kind of the difference because pregnancy nausea versus gas pain nausea, very, very different. Along with that, obviously peeing a lot. I've been having a little bit of constipation recently, but throughout my like whole first part of pregnancy up until like 12 weeks, I wasn't having any constipation issues until now. So one thing that always has helped me with my pregnancy when I get constipated is fiber. I always take like some fiber gummies, but my husband's dog ate my entire bottle of fiber gummies that I had last. So I'm gonna have to get some more. Yeah, it's a whole other story for another day. She's fine. But yeah, all of those things. The nausea is like not nearly as bad as it was. Like it's just maybe like once a day on average that I'm getting nauseous, and it's just like very, very little. Like yesterday it was pretty bad. My husband and we were going to go to breakfast, and as we left the house I was like, oh, I'm getting nauseous, but I also had a really bad headache and I was like, I think it's the headache because I also get really nauseous with migraines and headaches and stuff, so that does not help. But we had to go back to the house to get my nausea medicine, which I ended up not taking because we get to the breakfast place and I was like, food. Pregnancy hunger is a completely different thing. You have to eat right then and there or you are going to be like either pissed off or it's going to make you feel like teetotal crap. Or you're going to get really, really nauseous because you didn't give your body what it was needing in that exact moment, I'm still exhausted, and I mean exhausted. Like, my husband is normally the one that will come home, and he's falling asleep on the couch or the recliner as soon as he gets home. Like, just sits down, watches the TV for 5 minutes, and, like, that's been me lately. And I was never that person, okay? Until I was pregnant with this pregnancy. Granted, I have 2 kids already. I have a 3.5-year-old, so she turns 4 in August. She's autistic and she doesn't sleep that well. And then I have an 11-month-old. He just turned 11 months yesterday. And he has not been sleeping well at all. And on average, they don't sleep at the same times. So, like, it's predominantly me, the stay-at-home mom, who's constantly up with them. That does not create a good environment for my children. Because I'm just sitting here in the recliner, you know, watching my son play, and I'm just, you know, I'll wake up and he's like yelling about something, and I'm like, well, what is happening? So the fatigue and the exhaustion are like all the way up here. Like, I've never felt exhaustion quite like pregnancy exhaustion, which I kind of had with all 3 of my pregnancies, but not nearly as bad this time because I do have the 2 other kids to keep me busy and awake. I have been, like, I'm not gonna lie, pretty lazy because, like, I'm just uncomfortable. I'm getting, like, the round ligament pains. I'm getting just, like, I just feel bleh. I just want to, like, lay down and do nothing, which is not good because, you know, your kids need stuff. Your house needs to be picked up. The dog needs to be walked. And, like, you don't want to do anything. It's just, like, I have no desire to do nothing. Don't want to do anything. I'll randomly get, like, spurts of energy now. It's, like, starting to, like, every now and again I'll, like, get little spurts of energy here and there, but it's, like, it's rare. I don't typically like a lot of stuff, but, like, lately I've been needing breakfast foods. I got food poisoning from an IHOP one time, and ever since then I've been like, no breakfast. Breakfast is gross. That was back in, like, 2017. Now all of a sudden I need breakfast. Like, breakfast is a vital part of my life right now. Like, I either have to have a McGriddle from McDonald's, or I have to have some nice hash browns and some French toast, and, like, I'm craving breakfast stuff. Obviously not eggs still, because I had an omelet from IHOP, and that's what made me sick. So no thank you. But everything else, need it. Bacon, it's like a primal urge. Like, I have to have bacon. So yeah, there's, like, a lot of cravings, a lot of, like, I have to have it now kind of stuff. Like, the other day, I woke up from a nap on the couch, and I was just like, I immediately when I woke up, I was like, I need a mint chocolate chip blizzard. So I loaded up my son, and we just drove to DQ, and I got a mint chocolate chip blizzard because I needed it. Needed it. No, but all I've wanted is Gatorade, water, coffee every now and again. With both my pregnancies prior, could not eat meat. Meat was a huge like, it made me so nauseous. Now I'm starting to be, like, able to eat meat again, and I'm, like, actually enjoying it or craving it, which is really nice, I'm not gonna lie. Heartburn and acid reflux are astronomical. Like, I have it right now. Like, that's why I'm kind of, because it's, like, acid in my throat. I'm not feeling like I'm gonna be sick or anything, but it's like when you're trying to fight the acid back down, it's like, come on, go back down. But the worst part, I think, so far about this entire pregnancy is the lightheadedness. Like, a couple weeks ago, I had to call an ambulance and have an ambulance come, and, like, I was home alone with the kids, and my husband was at work, and I was like, I can't move my head without feeling like I'm gonna pass out, and I'm, like, home alone with kids. Like, I can't do this. And every now and again, like, I'll still get really, really dizzy, really, really, everything will start spinning. So I've also learned that I cannot take a hot shower or a really warm shower. It has to be, like, lukewarm or cool. Because if I take a nice warm shower, like I normally love, it ends up making me feel super lightheaded, and I have to, like, sit down, and I get nauseous. So that was a regular occurrence with all my pregnancies so far, but I'm learning. But yeah, everything has been pretty easy this pregnancy. The only thing is the acid reflux and the heartburn and all that jazz. Sucks. And the exhaustion, obviously, but we can handle that. What's worse is I'm constantly wanting, like, pizza, pepperoni pizza, and when you have acid reflux, that just makes stuff worse. But what can you do? It's like, I need it. I need it like I need air. It's disgusting, I'm sure, but it's a pregnancy craving. So yeah, that's the differences between all the pregnancies that I've had, and how this whole first trimester has gone, and I'm excited to see what the second trimester brings and how much bigger I get. I got my first OB appointment, official OB appointment tomorrow, so I'm excited, and I'll hopefully update y'all when I can. Bye.